Let's do it.
Hello guys and welcome back to the channel, The Juice. It's finally October and there's a new show coming to Netflix. And might be in the theme of the year. Yes.
We're of course talking about the new Wednesday series that's coming to Netflix this November, and we are super excited about it.
And if you still don't know what we're talking about, it's
Halloween?
The Addams Family. God damn it. I was really trying to build up, some kind of
Some kind of intention, yeah. God. In this occasion, we were interested in diving into the Addams Family theme song.
Yes.
Of course, the original theme song back from the 1964.
Absolutely, a very old one.
Yes.
Old cartoon.
That was written by the Hollywood film and television composer Vic Missy.
I was actually trying to find it in Danish. I wasn't able to find it in Danish, even though we think there are a Danish translation. I found it in Norwegian, though. But
I remember the animated series that was launched on Cartoon Network.
Exactly.
But I think it had the English original theme.
Actually, maybe that's one. Do you even? Because all right. Like, this is gonna annoy a lot of people, but I've never, ever in my life watched a single The Addams Family show, movie, series, ever.
Controversial.
I haven't even really paid attention to the intro before I kind of learned today that it was apparently a thing that I was supposed to know. So I'm sorry.
But then, spinning back to Vic Missy, who isn't just anyone. He's a veteran Hollywood and film and television composer, and he did manage to get on the top 20 charts several times with several hits back in the 1930s and 1940s. The Addams Family itself was written and based on the work from a comic artist named Charles Addams. The song was also used in 1977 on the reunion special and in the official movie, The Addams Family. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, in the 1992 animated series, The Addams Family Values.
Yeah.
So if you're just as hyped for the new Wednesday series coming to Netflix as we are, remember to hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it.
How many times can we say Addams Family in
one intro?
Seconds?
Before we dive into the structure, lyrics, and the sexiness, how about you give us a spooky thumbs up for this video? It really helps out the channel, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We've become those YouTubers, right?
and
I always hate it.
And there's probably someone out there who's like, why do you sound like a snorting person? Well, I got struck by the virus who must not be named 2 weeks ago. And I can't smell anything. My life is over. But I smelled bacon today.
Yeah.
Which is a huge plus. So I am starting on my Halloween perfectly. Thank you very much.
But you are well and good now and just have some minor side effects of the thing that nobody else, want to talk about.
It feels like, it sounds like I have a stuffy nose, but I don't.
Yeah, you're good to go. I shouldn't, catch anything.
No. Neither should
Other
you
than
guys.
maybe STEs, but STDs.
Yeah, you can catch a school assignment. No worries.
And we're if we're gonna be these YouTubers, we might as well just be sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Yes. Let's dive into the Addams Family on structure, lyrics, and sexiness. You listen to the track, and you have never seen the Addams Family. So, what are your overall objective thoughts on this track by listening to it?
Well, I can see why it's a popular kids show.
Yes.
And the lyrics, because of the song, basically. It has that, really jumpy feeling. It's very catchy, that whole hook they got going on with the...
Let's do it.
Exactly. And but you can also hear it's like, it is targeted at kids. It feels like it's a thing kids would enjoy. It's very simple. It's very clear. Funny, jumpy sounds and a funny lyric too.
It actually inspires to the comedy that's presented as it meant to have this horror genre, but they turn it into a horror comedy.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that I don't even know if this guy wrote it intentionally for kids, but I can understand why it works so good with kids. It's of course not the new top hit in the radio today, but it's a really funny, funky, nice vibe, kids vibe to it. And I really enjoy it from that perspective.
Like imagine spinning the wheel back to the 60s, 1964, where the Addams Family were presented for the first time. Like how it got received by the typical American family in those days.
Yeah.
As we understand it, America is very Christian based in religion.
To my understanding, there's a larger focus on religion in America. Saying praise and grace and all that kind of stuff.
And then introducing this almost satanic family.
I could imagine it probably would have had some kind of like
uphill struggle,
kind of struggle thing going on.
There's probably things going on and behind the scenes that we don't know about.
Yeah,
but
yeah, like I could imagine it's a long time ago, the 60s, and in today's world, if something similar was aired, I think it would have some kind of controversy to it, I suppose.
I actually think the Addams Family is one of those series and some of those characters who really stands against the test of time. I did it correct this time. Yeah. If you don't want to know what we're talking about, how about watching our previous videos? No,
we really are those YouTubers.
We really are those YouTubers, yeah. Because what's popular today, like looking at the Netflix series and things that are popular right now, especially with the Dahmer series, we can see that like horror stuff has become way more popular, and having a horror comedy smashed in together. The Addams Family is definitely one of the biggest go-tos, in my opinion.
Absolutely. I mean, the whole Halloween thing, I don't know for any American viewers, if we do have some, say hello in the comment section. Hello. Yes. Halloween's not a thing in Denmark until recently. We didn't even grow up with Halloween. It actually became a thing when we were like, not adults, but I don't know, 10, 14, whatever.
Yeah. Like,
around that time. So that whole, I'm not even sure, like Halloween is probably not even an American tradition, but the American version of it, Halloween with all the pumpkins and, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And these kinds of shows is actually a very new phenomena.
Yeah.
In Denmark, Halloween is not a thing. Like
it's not something we traditionally celebrate. It's something that we kind of took on ourselves. Kind of like saying Valentine's Day is not something that we do in Denmark either. But
also very new.
We can't keep our hands to ourselves.
No, I mean it's. I think the internet and the whole information age we've gone through, like these things are kind of traveling around it easy, but it is kind of interesting that stuff like this, the Addams Family, that I suppose like a lot of people grew up with it, and even in Denmark we of course know what this is, but that whole Halloween kind of thing and stuff, it's actually quite new.
Yes.
I think that's why I quite simply just missed it.
The Addams Family has really had blown up popularity over and over and over again, especially with seasonal traditions. There are people in the cosplay universe who are adoring Addams Family, and I've been cosplaying the Addams Family once, and like I do that too. Yeah, for those who don't know, it happens. But seeing that the Wednesday series is coming to Netflix in November, we understand that we couldn't keep our hands to ourselves on this one.
Not.
So diving into the lyrics in this one, in lyrics structure and sex.
Yes,
you read the lyrics, and
I did.
They're very.
They are straightforward.
Yeah,
I mean, it is what it is. It's a catchy little hyggelig tune. I was about to say
cozy tune.
Cozy tune. The Danish word hygge, and that's kind of like what's come to mind. It's very, very cozy and a good feel. Singing about how crazy and they are living in a museum and everything's a little bit spooky and nice and cozy.
And they're kind of wacky and they're wacky. They're abnormal.
Some sweet rhymes. I think they say the ookie at some point. They
ookie,
rhyme spooky with ookie and stuff. It's very cute. It's very cute.
I really love how it really takes me back to like one of those. You remember 2.5 Men, right? The series 2.5 Men.
Yeah, I do.
Where Charlie scene. And he's this character who writes jingles for a living, and he has this very successful life doing it. And I'm just imagining like Vic being the same type of guy, like sitting behind a piano, like like he found everything that rhymed with spooky, no matter if it made sense or not, and just well, I have this piano tune, and I really wanted the words to jump along to it, and that's what he did, and it's so freaking catchy.
It is very catchy.
And
childlike, fun, jumpy, rhymey, it's just all around a good time.
But it's not lyrics that I like. I've known this melody for years, but it's not the words I remember.
No.
So in that case, there is the finger snapping.
Yeah.
It kind of has this OCD vibe to it. Like I can like I've mentioned earlier, just saying the melody. You have to have those.
I just remember it's you need like those. Rembrandt's "I'll Be There for You." It's the same thing with that song. You kind of just you need that.
Yeah, you need those.
You kind of get that.
It's kind of the same thing. So I'm finding that the structure is definitely having a bigger advantage than the lyrics going on here. Yeah. Like the structure is actually more memorable than the lyrics.
Agree. A thing that's worth noting, we are a bit in doubt if there actually were a Danish translation of the song, but if there wasn't, I couldn't find one. I found one in Norwegian, but that doesn't help anything.
Not really.
But what I'm basically saying is that there's a good chance that you would have also grown up hearing the English intro and then, of course, hearing Danish voice actors after. Because at around that age where this would have been, applicable to us, we wouldn't have understood enough English to actually understand what the hell is being saying. So that would have been a big focus also on the nice, music, basically, and how jumpy it was. It's impressive that kids who doesn't actually know how to speak English can often actually sing along to English lyrics that they don't understand just because, kids are amazing at listening and hearing stuff like that.
That's how I learned some of most of the lyrics back then when I was a kid. It's just I remember how the words sounded like. Yeah. I had no idea what they were actually saying about. I didn't really care either.
We were also saying some things wrong probably, but we were able to probably sing stuff like this in English, even though we had no idea what it actually said.
But I feel like I remember the English version being used for the Danish version on Cartoon Network.
It might have been. It might be.
I don't think they bothered making a Danish version.
No, I don't think so either.
How would you make a Danish version of Ookie Spooky?
Yeah, it's a difficult thing. Like they did translate everything Disney made all the way back to the 60s and 70s, but I don't think a show like this being shown in a I don't think they would have bothered.
I remember the Addams Family being shown approximately at the same time span as The Mask, the Mask animated series.
What now?
There's an animated series of The Mask.
Why is there an animated series of The Mask?
It came before.
This is not important anymore. What the? Why is there an animated? What? Is it with Jim Carrey's voice?
No.
What the hell? What a piece of garbage.
The movies came afterwards. Yes, the animated series came first, actually.
You sure about that?
I'm pretty sure.
People kill him in the comment section if it's not true. Him.
They already do.
More. It's Halloween. Let's sacrifice the Swedish guy.
Moving on to stars in the lyrics and the structure, though, I would say I would really love to give him 4 stars on the lyrics.
Yeah,
especially because he made a so memorable song, and he made it jumpy.
Yeah, it's
he made it jumpy with words.
Yeah,
it's not really the piano that's making it jumpy. It's more the way they're portraying the words here.
Yeah,
spooky, ooky, and
absolutely. It's a childish song, the one from the 90s show, right? And it's a funny lyric. Kids would be able to sing along. It is everything it needs to be in order to cater to the audience that is chosen. And so, for the lyrics, it's fun. I would wish
it's
that was
actually one of those lyrics you can use in the kindergarten to entertain kids with, because it's family friendly. It's Addams Family friendly.
It's just some fun wordplays too. Spooky, oogie, and everybody knows what oogie is. Like, it's not a real word, but
you have the definition of what oogie is. And
Oogie Boogie Man.
Oogie Boogie Man, exactly.
Nobody knows what an oogie is, but you know what an oogie is.
You have the definition of oogie. It's probably beneath your bed. Let's talk structure while we're at it. Structure, I would say 5 stars on this one because it's, even though it's written in the 60s, it's still memorable today.
Yeah.
And we're still using it, and we still have, especially with the OCD feeling, he managed to create that.
Exactly.
You need that snaps.
A thing that I want to comment about both the and the lyrics is it's not annoying.
No.
Like, I don't want to say the words now, but everybody knows the baby of a certain type of fish with big teeth, and I will kill myself the next time I hear that song.
Piranha?
Yes, exactly. It's super duper, and I jokes aside, but that was also a fine song, but it was just so freaking annoying. I don't feel this is annoying.
No.
Even with me, I have never heard this before, and it's still not annoying.
Like, he managed to create a track that not only is a theme song for one of the most popular shows of all time, but he managed to create a seasonal musical piece that will be brought up time and time again. It's kind of like having a Christmas song, but this one is a Halloween track. This is a Halloween song. Like, as soon as October hits, this is the track you put on.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna hate on Baby Shark. It's just as catchy in some way. But Baby Shark song was just, it got annoying within the first time I heard it.
Yeah.
I was annoyed by it. It was a catchy song, but it was in the wrong way for me, at least. Of course, it was not targeted at me. But this is not annoying in the same way. It's just as catchy, but it's not annoying. And I don't know if it's just because it has that more old feel to it, or that it's a grown-up man singing it that makes the difference. It's the more nice, soft melody. I don't really know what it is, but it's just not annoying. It's catchy.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make me want to poke my brain out. And that's a good thing.
And that's
people.
a really good thing.
That's a good thing.
And that actually transitions into the sexiness.
I'm not taking that one. You're going to talk about sexiness about a kid's song. So, good luck.
I would say 5 stars on the sexiness for this track.
It's just an amazing. It's amazing.
Like you said, it's not one of those things that got annoying. It kind of got into a traditional. It made itself onto a traditional charts.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that it's like a boomerang. You throw it out while it's summer, and then it returns to you back in October and all the way through November. And it has this bouncy feeling of joy, happiness, and you can't be in a bad mood and listen to this track.
And you know what? This is not supposed to be scientific in any way, and of course we're biased, or you are at least biased towards the song.
Yeah,
it's a cute thing from your childhood.
Yes.
So of course it's just gonna get a 5.
And this is where the whole thing about our review splits. It's because it's something. If we have a relationship to it, the review, of course, is going to be biased.
Yeah.
If we don't have a relationship to it, as you don't do, you've never seen the show, which is phenomenal weird. It's like never tasting a kiwi for some reason. Then it's very objective.
Yeah, you're right about that. It's something we actually like. This is, of course, a little Halloween special we're doing about an old funny song, so it's not supposed to be that serious.
No.
But there's a thing we've sometimes talked about with these reviews, that we are trying to just listen to songs, completely just, listening to them and talking about them. But we are biased.
Yes.
In one particular way. We like it.
Yes.
We only want to talk about stuff that we actually enjoy and stuff like that. So every criticism we have about songs, it's just remember, it's through the filter that we actually like this. We enjoy the artist. So it's kind of like a weird thing because we are biased, but also say in a positive way, but have critiques and stuff like that. It's a funny thing and a difficult thing to talk about in some way. But we do really love everything we put on the show.
Exactly.
How many subscribers are we now?
We are at 127, I think.
All right. If we can get this, this whole YouTube shtick we are doing to 200 subscribers, we will do a declothing reveal of the microphone.
Yes.
We will make the microphone strip, and you will see what is underneath.
Yes, and how beautiful it actually looks like.
Microphone reveal.
Microphone reveal. That sounds good.
Exactly.
And with that note said, thank you guys so much for watching this Halloween special of The Juice Reviews. And if you want to check out our next Halloween special, click the video down below. And remember to subscribe.
Yeah. Thanks
See
for
you.
watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.